Welcome, everyone. It's Lightroom Live. It's Tuesday night. Hope everyone's doing well. I am using my new microphone here, so I want to be sure that everybody can hear me. So if you can, the levels are good, let me know. And while you're at it, check in. Tell me where you're watching from. And of course, this is our final episode before the holiday, Christmas if you celebrate it, happy holidays if you celebrate something else. And yeah, I'm not late at all. Audio, hey. Hi, Mike. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Cincy, Ohio, Texas, Fix, which I guess is Phoenix, Connecticut, plain old boring Utah. Sounds good from North Carolina. Welcome. Welcome. Missouri. Hi, Brianna. How are you? Uh, I saw those crazy roller skates and I was like, those are pretty crazy. All right. Um, why don't we, you know what? I'm going to turn off, I've got audio monitoring on so I can hear me, which is super annoying. There we go. That's so much better. All right, let's jump right in. There's plenty of people watching. Is this a 124th scheme? No, country boy number one. But good guess. What I was thinking, because it is so close to Christmas or, you know, a holiday, why don't we do red and green? Or we'll see how many red and green trucks we can do tonight. How about that? Hello, Paulo. Hello, Ricardo. Thanks for checking in again. Uh, Too many Missouri. 18th scale on the thumbnail. Yes, it is on the thumbnail. Let's pop over to that now. This one's from Brandon Coffee, and nice little 6x6. This is the Power Wagon esque. I can't remember what brand this is or where it came from, but it's a good looking truck. Hi, Stabby Josh. How are you? Christmas decorated trucks. I wish there were enough of those to do. But nice big photo. You can see it was in the rain, which is kind of cool. Nice warm headlights on this truck, which is great. Nice background, nice foreground elements, lots of sharpness, lots of depth of field. FMS Atlas. Thank you, Brandon. I can never remember the name of this truck, but the more I see of it, the more it looks good. Hello, Cribbles Off-Roading. Welcome. Dana, hey, how are you, buddy? Ed Main, my main man. Ed's going to join me on one of these. We're going to figure out a way to get two people involved in one live stream. Yes, nice looking lens flare for sure. Hello, Patina guy. All right, let's take a look at this one. This is a raw photo, so there is white balance already shown, as you can see there. Um, so I don't think we're going to mess with that too much. Warm it up, it'll look weird. So let's keep it nice and cool. Uh, and we'll still keep that warmth in the headlights. No video? Oh, he already checked in, Mike. He's here. He's here lurking in the shadows. I'm going to raise our exposure ever so slightly. And I'm going to lift our shadows a tiny bit too. Hi, Robert. Big Red Bitch, welcome. Thanks for checking in. After watching these, makes me know that my camera skills suck and that everyone has better terrain than me. Robert, I'll agree with you on the terrain element, but the best camera is the camera that you have with you. That's what I always say about photography, and it holds true. You can take great photos with a very basic camera, and you know, it's all about composition and lighting and your placement in terms of the camera, in terms of where the photos are. I should mention, this is Lightroom Live, the show where I take your photos that you've submitted to me through submissions at scalebuildersguild.com, and I color correct them, and then I send them back to you. You can use them on your Instagram or your MySpace page. I already used that joke last week, but I don't care. It's a funny one to me. I'm gonna pull down our highlights ever so slightly. Raised our shadows up there. Whites I'm gonna bring down. And hi, Francis. It's one of my cats. And then I'm also gonna raise our black. Actually, no, I'm gonna bring our blacks down a little bit. Yeah, even an iPhone 6, that'll be more than enough. Um, Still here, El Guapo. Um, Red saturation I'm going to bring up, and orange I'm also going to bring up, and I'm going to just bring up the yellows a little bit to help our headlights and our flare really come into play there. Let's go back to shadows again one more time. Ah, yeah, this new microphone, it makes everything feel as if you're right here with me. Show us the kitty. She doesn't like to be picked up. She hates it. And I don't know where she went. Oh, and here comes my wife and the dog. She's hiding perfectly behind my head. Oh, there she goes. Bye. She's knitting a blanket right now. So I'm adding some texture as per usual, because I like to, and a little bit of clarity as well. You're really going to feel it in the rocks. Let me pull that texture down so you can see how it really just brings those rocks to life and adds so much more texture. And what really helps about that texture is that it makes it feel like these little tiny bits of like grass stuff or moss in this case feel a little bit taller. So in a scale photo, like in a tiny truck photo, you can really play up those tiny elements to make them feel larger. I think these are like pine needles or something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint those out. Hopefully. Yes. This tool, when it works so well. Amazing. I feel really good about that. Now I'm gonna go in with my paintbrush here. Oh, you're editing your photos on mobile. Desktop does give you more flexibility, but you can do an awful lot with the mobile version of Lightroom. Just painting these rocks here. Just painting a little rock here and a little rock here, a little bit of a rock there. And then because this is its own separate correction, its own, like I've painted in these areas, I can go in and adjust just those things. So I'm adding some saturation there, and I can also bring up the texture, and I can also increase the exposure so just those rocks get a bit more light. I can also even change the warmth of that light that I've painted in, so it actually feels like maybe even the headlights are hitting just those elements. And I could paint that in anywhere. I could paint it up here if I wanted, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want it up there. Um, and you can see it just kind of brings things to life a little bit. And I just painted in a little bit around these tires too, so we can see some of the texture. So I think I'm done with that window. That feels pretty good. I really like this background, and I like where our greens are sitting in relation to our red. I might actually go into our hue, our HSL slider here for that red, and maybe even pull a touch more red into it. And it's just a very minor amount. I'd say that little bits make a big difference, and that's definitely one of them. What are you doing, Poppers? Come here. Come up here. Come up. Jump. Come on. Yes. Look at that dog. Hi, Matt. I'm well. I am quite well. I'm busy. There's another job happening, which is great. Getting the red lines in my XR1 there again. think I need to reboot it. But, no, back to the photo. He is a good boy. He's very good. You gonna lie down there? Take your ball upstairs. Okay, bye. Who's sitting on the stairs? That's Francis. Um, yeah, I got mod status last Friday, even though I didn't ask for it. Yeah, red lines are only in the actual in my camera, in this camera. You won't see it on the big screen, thankfully. Ah, hello, Joe. Putting your Christmas gift together for the better half. Did she get an SCX-10 Gladiator as well? Merry Christmas. Oh, you don't want it? Oh. Okay. What was I going to do? Saturation, I'm going to +9 that one just a little tiny bit. Enjoying it on the TV. Wow, you got the big room going. Good for you. Um, yeah, saturation I feel like I'm pretty happy with. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to go into our blue slider here on saturation, actually on luminance first. See if I can't pull a little more blue into this shot. And where I'm affecting it, you'll see like in the reflection on the windshield, the back sky, this rock face over on the left hand side here. I'm gonna try the same with the aqua and see what we get there. Maybe add some saturation for aqua. It's a little bit helpful. Blue, same thing. And maybe one final thing we'll do is just a radial kind of around the truck itself here. And this will just be a minor one. Just want to give us a little bit of punch in the exposure side of things, but keep our saturation right where it was. Maybe even just a touch less shadow. There we go. Cool. I think that's going to do it. That's feeling pretty good to me. Let's go full screen for a moment. Oh, man. That's a darn good photo, Brandon. Before and after. Before, after. That's a nice correction, I think. Ooh, that's a good question, Big Red Bitch. Who else did get a B-17 Betty? I have mine. I got number 5, which I'm very happy about. I did order 2 more. One's for me to play with, and the other is for Pardon My Noob. I bought it for his birthday. Okay, so that's that's that photo, I think. I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you guys are too. More lens flare. Yeah, I mean, I like the amount of lens flare that's happening there now. 6396. I saw somebody got like 9400. So they must have just completely randomized. Mike, number 5 cost me work. Country boy, I keep these photos forever. How long do you keep the pictures when you get them sent in before you edit them, or do you have to send them in? No, there are so many in the back catalog. There's like 90, 86 photos to go. It's 420. Bo, you got it. You got 42069. Yeah, you're right, Ed. I would have to add, if I wanted to add more flair, it would have to be done in Photoshop. You got number 1, Joe. Amazing. Good for you. Okay, Brandon, thank you for your photo. Again, if you want to submit and you want to participate in this live stream, submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. I do prefer raw photos if possible, but I'll take JPEGs if you got them. Uh, Yeah, we'll take more into next year. All the back. Yeah, that's true. We will take care of the backlog. Quack RC, $2. Thank you very much. Hope all is well back east. Well, we're into lockdown part 17, I guess. Um, so there's that. But I mean, for me, it hasn't really changed. I don't go anywhere anyway. Just stay home and play with tiny trucks. Let's do another one. Let's find a green truck. Let's find a green one, maybe. Are there any green trucks? Here's a green truck. Here's another green truck. There's a green truck. Oh, you know what? I owe I owe Vidyu a correction, and I can do it now. So I'm going to do it. Here we go. This is the one I wanted to do, and remember how it wasn't working last time? Um, yeah. Did your did my cab over ever make it into your folder for consideration? I'm sure it did, Matthew. Uh, I'll have to double check. I'll have to double check. But I'll look for it. Yeah. Green Gladiator. I'm not going to change the color of the truck, I don't think. Uh, this is Ovidiu. Ovidiu Maija. And what a location, huh? Like, check out that waterfall. That is crazy cool. There's a lot of green in this photo. Yes, Josh, it is time for golf commentary. I'll be applying a rich vignette to this photo. I mean, your green glider. Okay, Jeremy. I'm sure I'll find it. Let's start playing with this photo. I'm gonna lower our exposure a little bit. I like our kind of cooler white balance this was shot at. Shadows. This is where they were on the raw photo. So I went in and brought it up to here. I'm going to add some more highlights back in. I'm going to increase our contrast a little bit, but raise our black point as well. Some more texture. Ed's watching. And a little tiny bit of clarity. Not too much though. I like how the background falls off a little bit. We're going to help that a little bit with one of these gradients right here. More blue in there. And kind of keep the exposure sort of central. And I'm going to pull my shadows down. And I'm just affecting this gradient, not everything else. Keep that there too. Yeah, I'll get to that, country boy. Still working on the background here. Texture, keep our saturation nice and rich. You can already see how that's making a big difference. I might actually drag this down even further. Because you can see you can affect how much of that gradient is feathered. And if I do this, then that blue kind of creeps into all of those rocks, which I think works pretty well. And I'm going to call that one done. El Malone, I would love to tell you when that Gladiator update is going to be ready. I'm hoping that it gets done first or second week of the new year. Captain Kuth, Patina Guy is always on. He watches this show and contributes photos pretty much every week or every 2 weeks or so. I think I even have another one of his in the backlog to still do. So now that we've added this gradient up here, I'm going to bring another one in from the bottom and kind of pull it up to about there. And we're going to lower the exposure on that one, warm it up a little bit in terms of its white balance. Quack, I got one of yours this week, I think. And I might actually be taking a look at that one tonight, depending. No, Mike, I've got the truck. It's not in my. It's not up to me to decide when I can put out this next video. I've already cut it. It's all ready to go. I literally just have to hit uh, live, and it's up. It's ready to go. And see, okay, so I'm pulling in the saturation, and you can see how that's affecting the ground too, right? Um, and I can rotate this around if I like. In fact, I might actually just do that. Somewhere in there, I think is probably good. Yeah, it is. It's sitting right over here, right behind me. In fact, I'm just gonna take it down. See things not supposed to see them. There. It's like it was never there. Magic. Hi, Travis. I hope everything is well with you too, man. Hope you're all recovered and feeling better now. Did Josh say? I keep sending photos, but they are just animated dancing bananas. I wish you were sending those. I'd love to correct some bananas. Wait, no, I don't. I don't want to do that. Okay. That's pretty good so far. Now let's get in and start affecting just the truck. And I'm going to use the paintbrush tools here so I can sort of paint in around the truck, just the truck. Raise our shadows a bit. Bring our white point down a little bit too, so those reflections are a little less in your face. A little more black too. Contrast. Lower that a little bit. I think I'm feeling pretty good about that there. Go back into our saturation slider and pull that back up. Oversaturate it a little bit. Some texture as well. Get those raindrops, really start to feel those, and some clarity too to really sharpen it up. Get done on that. Now what I'm going to do though is take our saturation on our reds and our luminance as well. Pull that down on the diff cover so it feels a little more realistic. And I think we might be done. That looks pretty good, huh? That was How about now? Better? Hi. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like we're back with audio and everything. We'll see anyway. Sunday was great. That was a great day. That's better. Yeah, sorry about that. It had been a long time since I had rebooted my computer. And yeah, there was a bunch of stuff acting up. Uh, but we're back, finally. I wonder, like, what happens in that situation? If I just left the stream going, does it just wait until I start and the chat just kind of like scrolls really fast? Or what? I don't know. You tell me. Anywho, back to this for a moment. Great looking photo by Ovidiu. Um, I think that's probably good. It just freezes. Yeah, no, I know. But like if you watch it back afterwards, does it skip all that time? Who knows? Anyway, we're back. Uh, before, let's try that again. Before, you can see how like there's just not a lot of information in this area here. It's just very, very black. After, kind of brought that whole thing in there. And I think that looks pretty cool. Before, after, before, after. Looks good, sounds good. Glad to hear it. Glad to be back. Um, I may have messed with my audio profiles every once in a while, though. I think NVIDIA Broadcast just decides, I'm not going to work. So there you go. That's that photo. Thank you very much, Avidju, for submitting that last week and now allowing me to actually do it this week. So good stuff. Um, Now let's see if we can go back to our theme here. What trucks is not the theme? I was going to do red and green trucks in honor of Christmas time. Here's a red truck. This one's from Crawling GRI. And that's a Marlin crawler. And it looks to be flexed out. It's got to be Friday. But it's not. It's Tuesday. But look at that. What are these things called? Some sort of box. Somebody remind me what these are. I just looked it up the other day. But it looks like he's got them on both ends. Can't remember what they're called. He's got some brass down low. These are the JEC mounts. So he's got what looks to be axial axles with some metal bits. Revolver shackles. That's what they're called. Isn't there like a T box? They call it a T box, don't they? something like that. Anyway, you definitely get some more flexing. Z box, not a T box. Box, whatever, guys. I don't know. Yeah, nice Yoda for sure from Crawling GRI. Crawling, he's crawling a Toyota. Uh, I like it. Nice red truck on the rocks. Nice shallow depth of field. I like how the focus is on the tailgate here, and there's some nice weathering going on there too. Looks like a good truck for sure. Z boxes are different than the revolvers. Oh, Josh knows everything about mechanical stuff, though. He's got all the names just sitting around in that brain of his. Um, I don't remember what I said, but they do. Yes, Matt, they do. LOL. Back axle looking wide AF. Yeah, he's definitely got some extenders on there, I think, to widen out the stance. But let's let's focus on the truck. Make it a better looking truck. I think we'll warm this one up a little bit. Somewhere in there is probably good. And are we losing audio again? It looks like we are. No, wait. Is it okay? I don't know. Maybe it's okay. The Ford Model T also had leaf springs. Okay, good. As long as you guys can hear me. So I warmed up those rocks a little bit. Uh, let's lower the exposure ever so slightly. Um, Highlights, I'm going to pull those down a little bit too. Shadows, I feel like they're pretty good right where they are. Blacks are going to get a bit of a push. Texture, clarity, just a touch though, because you can see it's starting to affect the sky's getting dirty up here if you put too much clarity in. So we're going to knock that back a little bit. Maybe even knock back our texture a little bit too. Let's keep it light. Somewhat. Actually, you know what? Let's see how that looks. That's better. Just clarity, not as much texture. I like that. Make it a little more vibrant too, I think. But let's go back in and change the hue of that red. Make it a little more maroony slash magenta. I'm saying magenta. I'm going pink. No, not pink, but I am going to raise our luminance a little bit. Let's go back to that hue. There we go. That's better. And yeah, my favorite tires. Are they on properly? Looks like they are. Oh yeah, please hit the like button because now that everyone's back, it'd be great to have that. Maybe don't maybe don't call them idiots though. Pumping our saturation in our reds as well. And I am going to go into the yellows and give that a touch more saturation as well. Is it me or does every scale truck have a propane can in the back? Uh, a lot of them do. More of them probably have bedrolls than they do propane tanks. I bet you the number of bedrolls outweighs propane by like 7 to 1. Matt's favorite everything is in this photo. There are a lot of favorite things on there for sure. He's got an exhaust as well. He's gone the extra mile there. Josh, I hope you're still watching. Let's throw a vignette on that photo as well. Let's maybe paint some more texture into some of this rock face here. Here we go. Texture. That feels pretty good. Good night, country boy. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. That is a lot of flex for a leaf sprung truck. I'm just playing with light here for a moment. Don't adjust your sets. There we go. All right, let's look at that one full screen. That is a lot of flex. Before and after. Before, after. That could be a battery cutoff. In fact, it looks a lot like it, Dana. You might be right. That could be a power shift RC um, dead man switch. Propane powered RC truck. Technically, if you want to get technical, oh, thank you, Crawling GRI, for your submission. If you would like to submit, submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. Technically, Mike J, the steam powered truck technically is powered by a propane butane mix. So that's still a thing. Did I do before, after, before, after? Yeah, I did. Okay, just making sure. I can't remember sometimes. Hey, let's find a green truck. Here's one from Ian Henderson. It's a nice looking TRX4 Sport. Done some visual modifications to it. Looks like some other mods as well. you you'll accept that for now. Josh's favorite tire. What's going on here? You got some wheel wideners or something going on? Very laid down shock. Nice little skid plate there. A limb riser. Cool. Hey, look, some bedrolls. Lots of lights and everything. Muck off. Muck off, mate. This must be a British truck from Britain. I like it. Looks good. Nice background, good elements, good foreground stuff too. I like that one a lot. Those tires do work. They do. You're absolutely right, Dana. All right. First things first, before I go any further, let's eliminate. Oops, let's eliminate some of these things here. And this is going to be a fun challenge, but I think one that I can live with. I like I like this tool. Like I said, when it works pretty well. Just getting rid of some of these little like leaves and stuff. The greenest ones, just sort of to help sell the photo, if you know what I mean. There we go. Nice. Feels pretty good. I like the leaves and twigs. It's just when they're out of scale, when you can really feel them out. I know all these other leaves are out of scale too, but they were just distracting for me. So I just wanted to kind of clean it up a little bit. I feel like we could probably crop this photo too. Maybe I don't want to lose that, but some just a little bit on this side, maybe. Yeah, that feels better. British Racing Green, it definitely could be. Like the leaves, yeah, the leaves with the truck. It's a nice juxtaposition. And I think we'll put a light vignette on there before we go any further. It is quite a cool photo. Like this is sort of like a mid-range kind of warmth. That's almost too warm, but I kind of don't mind it a little bit warmer than it was. And what else should we do here? Let's definitely throw a grad up here. Keep the saturation where it is. Definitely lower our exposure so it's centering our eye, but we're going to spread this one up out a little bit more. That's better. Saturation, hue, saturation on the green. Let's see if we can amp that up a little bit too. It is going to affect all of these trees, but that's okay. I don't mind that. It's pretty good. Throw grad down here just to get a bit more sunlight in, maybe. You know, kind of warm that all up. It's a British Christmas, obviously. Not a lot of snow on the ground there. What else? Let's play with the hue on that green. See, if we go too far with it, it starts to feel kind of electric. But if we go the other way, it kind of blends in a bit too much. So I'm sort of like at a plus 10, just a little bit extra green. But I like how that looks. Looks pretty good. Let's add some more texture in there. Oh, that really brings it to life, doesn't it? And some clarity as well. Now I'm feeling pretty good about that. That's pretty cool. Hey, thanks Lone Star RC guy for the buck 99. Much appreciated. Thanks for always providing great content. I appreciate you checking in, watching, and enjoying this program. Uh, it was always kind of something I wanted to do, so I'm glad that I get to do it. I have talked about this a little bit in the past, but we should definitely do like a little like editing thing, like video editing, because I mean that's where my strengths really lie. It's sort of the thing that I do the most day in day out. Maybe that's why I don't want to do that on a show like this, but I think it's something that we could definitely tackle and have some fun with. Hi, Paul. Thanks for checking in. I'm going to lower the saturation of our reds a little bit. It was kind of clipping and making my eyes hurt a little bit. So we're definitely going to do that. Let's go in and paint some of these wires out here too. Clean that up. Clean up the servo, which you can see there too. And all we do there is lower our exposure basically to the very edge of time and space. Try again. There we go. That feels better. Video, yeah, video editing would be awesome. That's right, Peter. Thank you. Yeah, I've toyed with the idea. I think it's more like the studio videos. Those, I don't really need to show you how to cut those. That's fairly straight ahead. You just put a camera in front of you, tog into it, and edit out all the junk. Uh, which is most of the show that Josh and I do tomorrow night. It's all the leftover junk. Um, but like a running video or something where you kind of talk about how to do transitions and filming so you can have nice edits in between things and knowing when to, uh, you know, cut what the good cut points are. We could do a video like that. That would be a lot of fun. All right, what else do I want to do here? Let's see if there's been a lot of changes actually. Before, after, before, after. I think that's a winner. I like that one. That's a good one. Thank you for your submission, Ian Henderson. Right, let's find another photo. Is everyone prepared for the holiday? And by that I mean, do you have enough kits and RC related projects to keep you busy? So let's be honest, there's a lot of downtime, and I mean, hopefully there is. Um, so yeah, I want to make sure everyone's got something to work on. I just did a green truck. Let's see if I can find a red truck again. hasn't been done. I feel like I already did this one. That one's been done. Here's a red-ish truck. Oh, what? No, here's a red truck right here. Brandon Kimmel's. Looks like a Cherokee XJ Honcho style or Truggy style. Not sure what chassis that is. Looks like it's got some serious weight on it, though. What is that all about? Crazy. I have no idea what kit this is. Portal axles. But is that a red cat? I honestly can't tell. Not sure. Let's see. What do you guys? Oh, a new 3D printer. Working on a VS410 Ultra. No kits, but I have a body to paint and a drift car to tune. Build going right now. Waiting on a bonus to get a VS410, then yes. Does it tell you if it's a raw file? Yeah, it's usually called like CRW or it's got a different extension other than JPEG. Need some warm, dry weather so I can paint. Yes, I'm with you there. Warm and dry would be nice. Our C shop doesn't have anything in stock. That's a bummer. 3 brand new Tamiya kits to build and a couple crawlers to modify, so plenty to keep you busy. Nice, that's good, Paul. Literally got nothing left to build. Finished everything during lockdown. Hope Santa leaves me a new build under the tree. Um, nice. Cool. All right. Well, let's work on Brandon Kimmel's photo here for a moment. I think we're going to start with a crop. Holy crap. I've got a few Tamiya kits to finish up or even start. I've got an XVO1 waiting for me to do. I've got oops, I've got a one of those race semis. I don't know why about that. I think I just wanted to have something different to play with. Um, I've got the RC semi, RCPC semi to finish. I've got the 6x6 Cherokee to finish. Oh, the list goes on and on. Okay, so what I wanted to do there was crop out those leaves out of the top of the photo. This makes it feel a lot more realistic. Also, the bottom of the photo too kind of showed that it was um, maybe a not realistic place to perch the truck, but I think this all works a little bit better now. Let's see here. Let's cool it off a little bit. Still have some of the warmth from this clay here, which I think is pretty cool. Um, but definitely cool off the rest of the photo. Lower our exposure a little bit. Get some more contrast going there. Maybe lift our or bring our shadows back down a little bit. Could a Tamiya racing semi be a legal no prep dragster? I don't think so. I think there's something about the chassis that wouldn't allow it. I mean, as long as there's got to be some rules in no prep that I don't know about, but it would be cool. Probably enough gearing to figure it out. Oh, I just got has to be short course based. Yes, just like I thought. Thank you, Josh. See, Josh, you are good for something. Let's bring up the texture here and the clarity. Saturation on our reds, I think we'll pop that. We're also going to pop our oranges over there too. Let's throw a vignette on this. Excuse me, maybe a medium vignette. Color grading, this is new. They must have added that feature since the last time I upgraded. Let's get these headlights fixed. I feel like there's a lot of blue in there. should do anyway. That's better. Then we duplicate that, pull it over here. Perfect. That works. What else would I want to do here? I'm going to richen up that red a little bit. Sass it. You gotta sass it. I wish there was a little more light over on this left side. It feels like it's really kind of falling off. So maybe we'll play to that a little bit, play to our strengths, and just add a little more shadow in there. Keep our saturation, but just make it fall off a little bit so it feels like it's maybe like coming out from some shadow or some darker area. I should post an image of mine and open it up to an editing contest. That would be kind of fun, actually. Put out one of my raw photos and let people correct that one. See, they can practice at home. That would be kind of fun, actually. That's a good idea, Michael. Thanks for that. All right, we're going to do a little bit of work on these wheels and tires here. And I'm just trying to bring a little more texture into it. It was feeling a little bleh. There. All right, I think that's pretty good. Take a look at that full screen. Thank you, Brandon, for your submission. Again, if you want to submit your own photos, submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. The email link is in the description of this video. Before, after. I think we just added a little bit of drama to this photo. We've really made the truck pop a little bit more by increasing the saturation of the red and its luminance. We've kind of got it separated a little bit off of the background a little bit by playing with light a little bit and playing with saturation of some of the individual colors there. And I think that looks pretty good. That's pretty decent. Pretty good. All right, let's find another one. Oh, Ben, did I send your photo back to you? I feel like I may have forgotten to do that. Oh, yes, here's one I wanted to do. It's neither red nor green, but it's a really cool photo of a really tiny SCX24. Green with NB. Green with NB, which I think is pretty cool. Nice screen name, great looking truck. That's the SCX24. Josh is not allowed to enter, correct? He's allowed to enter, but I'll just tear him apart. Great reflection. Love the background, how it's just falling right off, but the truck and the reflection is in focus. Then you've got this nice big expanse of sky down here. It's like a reverse of what you normally get. And I mean, there's a lot of great composition in here. The truck is in action. The axles are flexing. There's nothing really to not like about this. I think it's really cool, and it's going to be fun to play with some of the color in here too. And you're like, well, there's not a lot of color, but I think we'll actually find that there is. This one is, barring anything crazy here, I think this might be the photo of the week. We'll see anyway. I'm going to play with it a little bit and see what we can't get out of it. But thank you for your submission, Green with NB. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one for sure. And I'm just sort of playing with our temperature here. Tint, I'm actually pretty happy with right where it was at. To green that way, a little bit of magenta that way, I think is nice. Brought up the highlights so that white of the Jeep kind of really sings a little bit more. Shadows, I'm going to keep them fairly crushed, I think. A micro theme would be a good one too, Nathan's RC Garage. That's a good choice for a theme week, definitely. I'm going to bring the blacks down a little bit. Shadows I did crush a little bit further, but I still want to keep I want to keep some of the texture so you see the shock there, right? Like I could go way darker like that, but I think right around there is probably good. I like how the water is sort of it's like a laminar flow. I can't remember what it's called. I can never remember it, but there's a term for when water creeps up an edge like that. I don't remember. It is started. All right, a little bit of texture. Wow, what a cool photo. I really like this a lot. Surface tension, thank you. That's what it is. And then I think just for fun, just so that reflection really uh, plays well, I'm just increasing its exposure a little bit and changing its saturation so it's not totally not pulling all that amber from the sky. That's pretty neat. Texture did, clarity, just a touch on that. Then let's go into our saturation here. Play with our orange a little bit. You can see that it's affecting the bronze in the wheels, all this lichen on these rocks, the branch as well, even some of this reflection here from clouds in the sky. Um, Maybe even pull our yellows up a little bit too. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sky grad. I'm going to do it from the bottom because that's where the sky is. And saturate that a bit more and even go a little bit cooler on our white balance so that sky really comes to life there. Put this out a little bit more and then pull it down there. Yeah, that is a good looking SCX24. You did a good job on it. When I first saw it, I was like, that's a good looking SCX-10 III. And then I looked, oh, wait, nope, nope. Okay, it's pretty good there. Just adding some more uh, overall white in the tone curve there. What else? Do I put a vignette on this? That might be a mistake. I'm going to sharpen. I'm going to put some heavy sharpening on it here, I think. That maybe a tiny light vignette. And maybe we'll do a radial just around the truck itself and feather that way out. Keep our saturation where it is. Black point back there. There we go. Yeah, I think that's feeling pretty good. All right, let's take a look at that full screen. Probably not the best view, but man, that's good. That is cool. That's a great photo. Okay, let's just do the before and after here because it is such a tall photo. It doesn't really work in the full screen. So before, after. It's a pretty subtle correction, but it's just about amplifying. Well, Michael, if you liked watching this one, you like hearing my voice as I talk about what I'm trying to do or doing in all these photos, you can go back and watch the whole series. There's 20 episodes of this now. Wow. I can't believe we've done 20 of these. That's amazing. Let's do an overall vibrance. Ooh, yes. That feels pretty good. And then just a touch more saturation overall, too. Yep. Before, after. I love it. And that actually might be a good place to end. Maybe we'll do one more as a bonus speed round. Um, yeah. And then maybe this could be a theme too, reflections. Reflections would be a great theme, actually. A lot of different ways to capture them. And I think it would result in some pretty cool photos. So maybe, yes, shot of the week, Vijo. I agree. I agree. Is that a winch on there? I didn't even notice that. That's adorable. Wonder where that came from. Maybe 3D printed or from something? From something. It's from something. Yeah. Bonus speed round, I think. Logos by Nick. No, I don't. I don't know who that is, Mike. You have to get wet to get a reflection. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, Joe. Get all kinds of different kinds of reflections. All right, let's do a speed round. Let me find a photo that's good for that. And I'm going to find my timer here. Set it to 60 seconds. Did we decide on 2 minutes? 2 minutes or 1 minute? Let's do a 2 minute one. But which one to do? All right, I know which one I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one from Jason Butler here. UMG 10 overlooking Tatooine. All right. 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes. Here we go. Develop mode. I'm not going to probably be able to talk through this one, but first thing I'm going to do is a rotation. And I'm just going to clean up that, whatchamacallit, horizon line. That helps a lot. And all right. Warm it up a little. Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to. Lower exposure. Add some texture and clarity. This feels very 70s. So I think I might actually go in and do, where's my red lift? Red lift, no. Shadows helps a lot. And we'll shift it even more into the magenta. Lights down a little bit. See, now when I'm concentrating too much. Dear Axial, please make your diff covers not red. Thank you. That's better. Oh, and that's 2 minutes. Holy cow, that was 2 minutes? That's impossible. Yeah, I smell smoke too. My brain just exploded. Okay. Again, another photo that doesn't really lend itself well to. Wait, There. That's better. Before, after. Okay, I made some changes. It's maybe not the biggest changes ever. That's I didn't even mention whose photo that is. That's from Jason Butler. Thank you very much for your submission, Jason, and thank you for participating in the speed round. Before, after. I think I brought some. I think I brought something kind of cool to that photo. Good looking UMG 6x6. Thank you for participating in that. Guys, it's 9:40. We're gonna wrap this one up. It's only 2.5 days until Christmas now, so you can watch me again tomorrow on Livestream Takeover. I don't even know what the show is called anymore. Let's go through all these photos one by one, all the ones that I corrected today, and then we'll wrap this one up. Okay, so well, we did that one from Jason Butler. We did this one from Ian Henderson. Before, after. We did that one last week. Where are the other ones I did? Oh, here we go. Crawling GRI. Before, after. Pick out your favorite for this week and put it in the comments, please. And hit that like button if you haven't already. Here's Brandon Kimmel's XJ. Before and after. Yes, Quack, I'm going to get to that one. I saw that F100 come in, and I was like, yep, that's going to make the list 100%. Oh, yes, Brandon Coffee. Before and after. I like that one a lot, too. I think that's a pretty good photo as well. Oh, yeah, Ovidio and his JT. Before, after. It's a pretty cool photo. And then I think that's going to do it. Just with our last one here, green with NB. Before, after. I think that's my pick. That's my pick for the week. But I'll let you guys make the final decision. So yeah, there you go. Another one in the books. Thank you very much to everyone for submitting your photos. Again, if you want to submit photos to Lightroom Live, submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. This was our 20th episode, believe it or not. I can hardly believe it. My thanks to Quack RC and Lone Star RC Guy for their contributions. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think that's it. Apologies for the technical setback. I hope that didn't affect everybody too much and that we still managed to have a pretty decent episode. Lots of great photos, lots of great submissions, lots more to come. So stay tuned. We're going to keep this going into the next 2021. It's coming soon. See you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Looking forward to chatting to Josh. And I don't know, maybe we'll have a guest. He keeps threatening to get one. So we'll see. Thanks, everybody.